guys, it's your friendly neighborhood collector, and today I am going to be changing water dishes on my tarantulas. So in the past I have not really used lids, mainly because I didn't have any that were big enough and or small enough for the tarantulas that I was working with, because I can't put something this size in with a tiny baby like these guys, but I can't put something that size for this dude because he's just so big now. So I'm gonna take out this small water bottle cap and then the larger shell that I have in these, and I'm gonna replace them with these two caps. Now you might be wondering, where did I get these two caps? They're kind of more medium size. Juice. Not like the carton juice, like just a 1 gallon or so thing of grape juice or apple juice. It gets like a nice medium-sized lid because my guys are not old enough to get like a big cup, but they're also way too big for something like that versus these guys. And I'll show you what I have in with these guys in a moment. So first, let's say hi to Nath. Now Nath, for those of you that know, is my grandma stole poultryps, or my golden knee, and these things are a pain to get off one-handed. So there we go. All right, so she's actually out and about, and if y'all know anything about my poultryps is that she is not out and about a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and take this out, and I'm gonna give her the yellow one, and then I'm gonna take this and give her some water. I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it in there. There we go, all topped up. And then it's a little uneven, so I'm gonna move it just slightly. And there we go. Now they have a brand new water dish, and voila. I'm also gonna give her a cricket later, but that's for later after I'm done with the water. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid back on and on to the next one. So I went ahead and took the lid off of Scarlett's cage. If you can see, they like totally went in on it and like dug way down. And then recently, they have also dug over to the side all the way over here. That's one of the things that I love about this substrate, is that these guys really are capable of digging in it, which I think they like. So we're just gonna go ahead and give Scarlett the green cap, and then pour until it's full. And now I recently overfilled the water caps, so I'm not gonna like overfill them because I did that a little bit ago. And I do live in Florida, so I don't typically worry about humidity for my little spiders because I live in Florida and it's always humid here. So in case y'all were wondering, as I said, what I was using before was just a cap from a water bottle, and then this that Nath threw water in is just a shell. But it's deep enough that when Nath was smaller before the previous molt, this was enough water and I would fill it either every other day or every day. Now to show you what I did with these guys. So I went ahead and grabbed one of my 2 dram vials. It's not very big, but I do also have a 5 dram vial, which is a little bit bigger, or 4 dram vial. Anyway, so all I did was take this cap off and fill it with water. If you have some dude that's slightly bigger, I guess you could use the one from the 5 dram vial, but I have more 2 dram vials than I have 5 dram vials, which is why I used the 2 dram vial. Now, you might be asking, what do I use my vials for? Well, for one, I used it for this guy. This is my GBB. He obviously did not make it, so I have the vials for my spiders and for other things like these guys and creepy crawlies that wouldn't really last otherwise. So like here I have a honeybee larva. My brother was a beekeeper. So I have several different honeybee larva stages, and mostly I just use it for information to show to kids, or when I take my extensive insect collection to camps and stuff to show different kids about bugs. Back to my Brazilian blue. So, as I said, they're in there, and we gotta rinse its container off and then refill it with water. Oh wow, so the darker of my two Hispaniola green femurs has been redecorating. She kind of bolted last time I opened this, so there we go. So when I redid their substrate, I went ahead and put this piece of bark in for a hide, and like I built up the substrate on one side. Apparently they didn't like that, so they piled it up over here. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but here's the water dish all covered in substrate. So yeah, went ahead and completely buried its water like, you know, some tarantulas do. So let's get that cleaned out and then refilled. So my other Hispaniola green femur did not rearrange anything, so they're just right there. They've actually been pretty good with their water dish too. They haven't overfilled it or anything, which is not always to be expected from these guys. Sometimes they really do like getting in there with the water dish. So I went ahead and rinsed it out, and then we're gonna pour just a little bit of water in. And I like to fill the water dishes while they're already in the container or in the enclosure for my teas, because the excess water is not wasted, it just goes right back into the environment. This is my Brazilian whitey, and they are hiding under their walnut shell, just like I expected them to be. And they do seem to be doing good with their water dish. These guys aren't big, so I don't really have to use anything with them. I can just use my fingers because they don't bite yet. And hopefully none of them ever will, since they're all slings and I've been taking care of them for a while. But as y'all probably know, temperament kind of changes with these guys. Alright, last one. Oh, they have also been excavating. So this one is almost constantly moving around her substrate. Like constantly. My Nandrochromatis is just absolutely crazy about moving the substrate. So they have like one hole right here, and then they had another opening over here, and then they had another opening by the water dish, and then they had another opening right here. But they seem to be finally moving all of that dirt out to the edges. And that's what I really, really, really like about this substrate mix. It's a sphagnum moss and fir tree pine bark, or pine shavings, and it's just really easy for them to move around, it seems. It's not that difficult for them to be able to really just move everything in the enclosure however they want it. And that's what I really like about it. So this one, put right back where it is, because they specifically did not throw anything in it. They literally put dirt all over here, but avoided the bowl. So I guess they like their water. Alright, so that are my dudes. Now to feed everybody.